Is the earth flat or is the earth round? Let's take the transit to the beach and take a look. Our ladies right there, not like boom. I guess they're round. Alright, let's take a better look. We're gonna set up markers downrange, and we're gonna use this wet line right here all the way along the beach to get the proper height of the flags. Supposedly we live on a ball this big, so let's do the math. Okay, so if the earth is curved, if we live on a ball, we should be able to go down to the beach with the transit, and we should be able to see whether the beach curves or not. Now, one of the markers I'm going to show you is 3.3 miles away. So let's see what the curvature is at 3.3 miles away. The formula for the earth, the curvature of the earth, is 8 inches per mile squared. So we got 3.3 times 3.3, that's miles squared. And then we times it by 8 inches. So we got 87.12. So 87 inches of curvature at 3.3 miles. Let's check another source. Okay, so we got the earth curve calculator here, and we put the eye height at 0, and then we put the distance at 3.3 miles, and then we hit calculate, and then right here we got 7.26 feet, which is exactly the same as 87.12 inches. So they're both the same. So 87 inches. So there should be 87 inches of drop right here at 3.3 miles. Now before we look down range, let me show you how we set up our markers. Okay, so here's our marker. It's 4 feet tall, and we use it on our grade stake. We got measurements so we can unclamp it and lift it up and down. So we set up our transit. Let's say it's 60 inches off the ground. Then we call it down range, and then we line this up with 60 inches or 60 and a half or whatever. So that's how we get our accurate height. Finally, let's take a look down range. Oh my God, you won't believe it. Right there, right there.
Nobody's in my way.
Okay, we got it right there, man.
Sweet.
We got a kill shot right here, dude. This is so cool.
Sweet.
All right, let me document it now. So you guys, I'm gonna.
I already took my pictures.
Now take a look. I'm not telling them what height to put the flags. All right, lift your flag, Anthony, and set it back down. Well, hang on, no, don't do it yet. Lift your flag, set it back down. Anthony, lift your flag, set it back down.
Okay.
I zoomed in so you can see the back marker. Hang on, don't move. All right, Victoria, lift your flag up.
Okay, I am. Oh.
Oh, you can't. The crosshair is right in the way. Oh, you're not lifting it, right? Oh, a little bit, yeah, a little bit. You got it up, okay.
A little bit, yeah.
Now go back down.
Okay.
There's a guy in my face, oh my God. So I would say we're right there, okay. One flag there, and one flag there. Crazyville. It's impressive how far you can see. Now let's document our locations. Here's some rocks by the public entrance. Public access. Okay, so here we are at the public access. Here's those rocks that I showed you. So our flag's about right here. Our transit's about right there. So we're gonna come to the first pin. My buddy dropped the pin on Seagate Road right here. And it's about 450 feet away. All right, so let's go. That's our first pin. Let's go to cruise down this way. Look for our second pin. Okay, here's an island. It's 0.9 miles away. I'll show you that. We're going to talk about this later. And then let's cruise up here. Oh, the next public beach is right here. And here's the first condo that she's in front of, which is right there at 3.3 miles away. And here's the second marker right in front of the condo, 3.3 miles away. So the first thing you should notice is there's not a 7-foot tall basketball player between the top of the marker and the crosshairs. Fortunately, my wife set up the rear marker in line with the little island. Here's the little island that I showed you earlier, 0.9 miles away. Now, that gave us an opportunity a couple days later to put another flag on that island. Now, we set up the transit and the rear marker in the same position as last time, and here's the result. All right, I got. Let's go.
I got a clear shot here. You better take it, babe. Like, otherwise, I had 10 people in front of me before.
Right there. You're good. You're like 4 inches low or something, which ain't a big deal. Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to line you up. We're trying to, but it ain't 70 inches.
Are you videoing it?
Yeah, the guy's in my way. I gotta shut it off. First of all, I want to say that this was a hard shot to get. There was so many people in the way, and we finally got the shot. It took some time. So as you can see in the back, it's down a little bit, a few inches. Now I feel like it's within the margin of error. That means the front flag is only up an inch. 1 inch in the front flag is almost 4 inches in the back. So 1 inch at a mile, that's not so bad. Now, in order for it to match the globe model, the front flag would have to be 18 inches higher. So I mean, that you can see that's way off. And obviously in the back, it should be like 65 inches of air between the sign and the crosshairs. So I think it's well within the margin of error, and I think large bodies of water lay flat. Okay, here's the math real quick. At 0.9 miles, the curvature of the Earth is 6.5 inches. So if you take that, move it out to here, that's 3.6 times. If you take 6.48, 6.5 inches times it by 3.6, you get 23 inches right here. That means there should be 64 inches above the flag. This is what you should see if you put it level. So now, if you put it on the top of this flag, that's going to come down 23 inches. You should have 64 left in here. And you can see we only have a couple inches. So obviously it doesn't work on the globe. So it's probably just flat and all the flags line up. What do you think about that? Now let's look at them side by side. So I zoomed them both out so they're the same size, so I can overlap them and compare them. Now the first thing I want you to notice is look at the brightness on the first day compared to the couple days later. It's kind of dingy and moisture in the air. Maybe that explains some distortion. Okay, so now on the right side of this picture, some trees. Let's line it up from the couple days later, right there. Wow, look how close that looks. The island and everything. So I mean, think about it. 3.3, over 3 miles away. It's within a few inches. I find that fascinating. Let's do it again. Right there. Wow, look at that. My wife did a great job of lining up the marker in 2 different days. Well, I think it's pretty concise that large bodies of water lay flat. Maybe we'll get some volunteers together and do with all 3 flags at the same time. But I think we pretty much just did that. However, it would be good to be repetitive. So if the water doesn't bend at 3.3 miles, what makes you think it bends at 10? And then how would we live on a ball? Well, if you want to still believe in the globe, that's no problem. All you got to do is imagine that all these flags are all refracting up at the perfect height to make it look level. Then you're good to go. Before I go, check this out.